An obituary is an article that is often printed in a newspaper upon a person's death, detailing their life and their significant accomplishments. Now imagine if you come across your obituary today. What would it say about you? If your obituary was read out right now at this very moment, would you be happy with it? Would you be proud of the life you've lived? Would you say that you've done all that you could have? Would you say that it reads out exactly the way you would like it to? Or would you say that there are moments in there that you are not proud of? Would there be areas that you would like to work on given another opportunity? If you had the chance at changing your obituary today, will you perhaps begin to make significant shifts in the way you do what you're currently doing? Given the chance, would your life take a different direction from today on? You see, in 1888, Ludwig Nobel passed away. The French newspaper wrote an obituary about the Nobel, only they had mistakenly written it for another Nobel, his brother, Alfred. Alfred was a very wealthy man, an entrepreneur, chemist, engineer, and also an innovator. One of his creations was the dynamite, and on this day, Alfred came across his premature obituary, which was titled, "The Merchant of Death is Dead." To him, it was a negative piece, and in his own mind, it was something of a negative reflection of whom he believed he really was and the impact he had made as an individual on this planet. Alfred didn't want his obituary, albeit premature, to actually become his real one when his time would come. He didn't want to be known as the Merchant of Death. He wanted to be known for the positive difference he could make in the world, for something more significant. So much so was his dissatisfaction that it immediately changed his direction and ultimately his will. He chose to use his power and influence in a positive way. He specified that the bulk of his fortune would go towards creating awards for those who bring about benefits to mankind. The Nobel Foundation was created, and you would have certainly heard of the much coveted Nobel Prize that is given to those individuals in recognition of cultural and scientific advances towards the betterment of mankind. To this date, Albert Nobel's positive legacy lives on. All that from a mistaken obituary. Now you might be thinking, this is such a negative thought. Death, obituaries. Why are we talking about this, Kevin? Because the truth is, we all come to face this reality one day, where our time on this planet will come to an end. I see the process of writing your perfect obituary as an opportunity to create the ideal picture that you would leave behind, the way in which you want to be remembered when you leave this world. When I first started writing my very own obituary, I realized how much I was shortchanging myself. There was so much more that I could have done and wanted to do. The process of writing it out for myself made me think, if today was my last day, then my life would be a very sad excuse for existence. I, like Albert Nobel, was deeply unsatisfied because I knew that in my very own way, how much more potential existed within me. Writing out how I wanted my obituary to be like when printed in the paper helped me step up my game. I have since worked with many clients from all over the world with whom this process has had an amazing impact on. It has helped them become more fearless, focused, and action-oriented on doing the things that really matters to them the most. I urge you to take the time to do the same. You are where you are today because of the decisions you've made and the actions you've taken so far. It doesn't matter what you have or what you don't have. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what you do. Whatever position you're in, wherever you are in life, whatever your resources and abilities, your life and its definition of who you are and what you've lived for is in your hands. So think about it. If you accidentally came across your obituary today, how would you like it to read? You may be in the right path. You may not be. Being aware of what you want in your life or what you want your life to stand for will help you realize how much more there is in you. The first thing you need to do is write out your obituary for your life as it has been to this date. Take a look at it, and if satisfied, then great. If unsatisfied, begin editing it and writing out the one you would love for people to read after your time here. Our days are numbered. We never know when our lights will go out. The past can't change. Right now is your moment of truth. Now is the time when you can make things happen. Write out your ideal obituary as the one you would like to be read in the papers when you are gone. When you have done that, begin making the decisions that you need to make and the actions that you must take towards making that obituary a reality. Live a life that will make a mark in the world whilst you're alive, and one to be remembered for when you are gone. Many don't get a second chance like Albert had. Consider this moment of awareness your second chance. My team and I would love to hear from you, your thoughts, your questions, your experiences, and your breakthroughs. Until we meet in person, get inspired, get informed, and get going.